Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another Fallout 4 video, here today to take a look at manufacturing in the Contraptions Workshop DLC for Fallout 4. Now without any further delay, let's jump right on into it. On this platform we have every single manufacturing machine that the DLC has given us, and that includes the food processor, the pyrotechnics mill, the explosives mill, the ammunition plant, the heavy weapons forge, the energy weapons forge, the auto loom, the weapon forge, the armor forge, and the builder. Each one of these machines requires power, control via a terminal, and raw materials to make items. To load raw materials into the machine, you use it like any container, and you put the items that you need, either from your aid or from junk, most likely, into the builder. Like for the food processor, you might need meat from aid, and for things like the explosives mill, you might need a baseball, say, to build a baseball grenade. So some things will be in junk and some things won't. Anyway, we have the construction portion. Let me turn on the Pip-Boy light here. This is the construction portion of the machine. Here is a conveyor belt. I added these in just for aesthetic purposes. And here we have conveyor storage. So the way this works is we give it power. It has raw materials. The terminal tells it what to build. When we turn it on, it punches out what it's building. It travels down the conveyor belt and into conveyor storage. And I also put a marquee here to help me remember which machine is which. So with our builder there, let's go ahead over to our terminal and we'll use this. Now the terminal has to be connected into the same power grid as the machine you want to control. In this case, this single terminal is controlling every single one of these machines because it's tied into the generators that are powering them. So if we go into builder control for that first forge, we can see that it can build a steel ball, bowling pin, teddy bear, giddy up buttercup, Jangles the moon monkey, kickball, Vault-Tec lunchbox, plastic pumpkin, and toy alien, toy rocket ship, and toy truck. Now it's set with the raw materials to build giddy up buttercup. I preloaded all of these machines to build a single item, and we'll take a look at all of those. For Giddy Up Buttercup, we require 4 gears, 5 springs, 5 screws, and 7 steel. And I believe our machine has enough to build about 5 Giddy Up Buttercups. And I put a switch here so that we can turn each machine on individually. So let's turn on our Giddy Up Buttercup builder. And we're going to have a problem with this one. It takes a little while for these to get warmed up and to put out their first item. But here comes Giddy Up Buttercup, and Giddy Up Buttercup should go right into conveyor storage, but Giddy Up Buttercup won't, because Giddy Up Buttercup is just a little too tall. So when the next Giddy Up Buttercup comes running down that conveyor belt, it's going to stack up behind the first one. Now since there's only enough material for 5, it's not going to be a very big stack, but it is something you might want to keep an eye on if you're building bigger items. Let's take a look at our armor forge. We'll go back into the terminal and check out Armor Forge Control. It is already loaded to build leather armor light. We see that we need 6 leather, 3 steel, and 2 adhesive for each item. And because we've looked at this screen, because we selected leather armor light and we've seen the ingredients, that's what it will build. So if we come over here and kick on the conduit switch, our machine will turn on, and you will actually see it remove some of the resources when the item is constructed, and then the item will drop out of the machine. And so we've got a leather right leg, and it will go right into conveyor storage, well, because it fits. So if we come back over here and wait for the next leather item to come out, a leather left arm, it travels down the conveyor and right into conveyor storage. Next here we have a weapon forge. It's going to build us some 10mm auto pistols. Our auto loom is going to build us some green dresses. Our energy weapon forge is going to build us some gamma guns. Our heavy weapon forge is going to build us some fat men. Our ammunition plant is going to build us some 10mm. Our explosives mill is going to build us some cryogenic grenades. Our pyro mill is going to build us some crackle fireworks, and our food processor is going to make us some Instamash. Now if we run all the way back down here, we can take a look at our weapon forge and see a 10mm roll off the line, followed by a green dress from the auto loom, and they are stacking in their storage. Here comes a gamma gun joining 2 in the storage. And we've got 2 fat men in storage, and that was all the resources that was in there. 10mm rounds joining 20 in storage. Here we have 3 cryogenic grenades now. A firework crackle shell coming down the line to make 3 now in storage. And 3 preserved Instamashes. So to build all of this equipment, you go into your settlement interface, come on down to power. You'll need power, and my favorite generator is the one that came with the Wasteland Workshop DLC, this fusion generator, which puts out 100 power. If you want to have switches, you can get switches either from the old switches here, or from the new conduit switches, and the conduit switch is the last thing in the conduit line of items, all the way at the end. And you will need a terminal from Power Miscellaneous, and finally, we have the manufacturing tab, which has all of the conveyor belts and all of the manufacturing forges. And under miscellaneous, you'll find a hopper, which drops collected inventory out the bottom when powered, some sorters, and this is the conveyor storage, and finally a vacuum hopper, which pulls items out of an adjacent container when powered. Alrighty folks, that is a quick look at how manufacturing works in the Contraptions Workshop DLC for Fallout 4. Once again, this has been Checkers with another Fallout 4 video. I would like to remind you that I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel main page. If you're on mobile, it'll be on my channel About page. Also, if you look in the upper right hand corner, you will see a small letter I with a white circle around it. These are cards and links to other videos that I've made. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video informative and maybe just a little entertaining. I would like to invite you to subscribe and ask you to please take care.